Good afternoon. Let's go and dive into everything from today. This right here, before we get into anything, pretty much sums up today's action out there. I don't know if you guys were too active out there today, but it was eventful, so to say the least. But let's go ahead and dive into it and get a good feel for how things went today, and it definitely went. Whether or not it went in the right direction, well, that's another story. But nonetheless, this is part of the process. It's been a really good week. To recap, before we get into today's recap here, it has been a very good week. I'll show you a real quick little rundown. This is today, by the way, before we get into it. Very choppy day, very small red day. But yesterday, fantastic day with PLRZ and a couple of others. Fantastic day, previous day, again with PLRZ, ABVE, and a couple of others, and ZOZ. And again, the day before that on Monday, fantastic day with SABS. So it's been a really good week. And today was the first sort of choppy day this week where it's one of those things. So let's get into it here. Start out with IXHL. There's a few on here that I want to look at. I want to start with this one here. And overall, this is one today that I really liked, but at the same time, struggled to get anything to work on it. Now, we came into the open today. We understood that we had the pre-market high sitting here, $1.44. Cool. So I'm looking to play this morning, and I'm looking at price pulling back after, you can see here, I'll pull it back from the early morning session, and we get price to break over this higher high here. We have the break of this higher high trend. I try to take the simple candle pullback for this next move up higher, and guess what? I don't get it. And so I take a break even there. I see price pull back off of previous lows, and so again, I try to take it here off of the pullback, and again, just getting chopped around really is what it boiled down to. And so again, we get the break of the previous high. I get a pullback. So again, what I'm trying to do here is play it off these highs. Previous highs this is also where the pre-market high sat as well. So this also was the PM high. And so again, I'm taking this simple pullback here for that curl up higher. I never get it. And so again, I'll break even on this one as well. So just crap on this one all in all. Really scratchy setups here. So moving on from this, I want you to see this. Look at YYAI today. Look at this. Whenever you ask about what a choppy day really is, I want you to look at this candle right here. A candle from hell. Again, really good setup. Look at this. Nice tightening wedge. Took the entry off the bottom of the range. And I actually have a win on this today, of course. But by the seat of my pants, I took a win on this. And so I'm in here at, I don't know why this is cut off over here on the side. I can't even see the price level. Take it off the bottom of the wedge there for the break up through that high. And I get a quick pop into the 290s here. Price breaks up to test 3. Retest this area of supply from earlier in the morning, and the floor just collapses. And the thing just literally goes to the basement, just flushes. And so again, out the small win on this. So it's like, where is the follow through in the market today? Great entry, great setup, no follow through. Now, SUGP was really nice, probably my favorite setup of the morning. The only bad thing about it is I came in here with small size. Again, I want to build up some cushion first before I go out there and get aggressive. And so I came in to trade this today. This is a fantastic setup. We can see here, look at this. Higher low, we have, look at this. We have this nice flag breaking to the upside here. I take the breakout, risking the bottom of this candle, and I capture a pretty nice move here. But I've got small share size because I don't have any cushion built up yet from the rest of the morning. So I don't really get to capitalize on this like I was really wanting to. So again, give me something here. And so I was trying to build some cushion with this one here to take into the other setups, but then it's like, what other setups? And so this is a really clean setup here where you have the holds off of VWAP here in line with the 1 minute breakout. So right, a beautiful setup with just, I don't have enough previous cushion to take into this one to size up aggressively and take the day to where it needed to be. So again, it's nothing there. Same story over on GSIW. Look at this. Look at price action here as well. I take the simple reclaim of VWAP. Look at this. And then we'll do a look at LiDAR last. But SUGP was the better trade of the morning for sure. Definitely a really good setup. But GSIW here was I went back too far. Was a bit of a turd as well. Looked really good going into the open today and actually set up in a really nice way off the pivots. And I'm looking for that curl back up through that high. And I'm a small green on it today. Nothing crazy. But again, same story here. I'm looking for the breakup through the top of this wedge here. And so, again, we find a buyer back over the moving average. And so I take it here, risking the bottom of this candle. For the breakup through this high, I get a nice little move back up to retest these highs. And then again, the floor falls out. The floor just falls out. So again, tiny win here on no follow through. I wanted to add on the break at that high. Guess what? Never got the break to add. So again, I'm just sort of stuck just churning. Same story. LIDR. Look at this here. Back from the open today. Now, pre-market, this was pretty nice. I gave an alert out this morning. I wasn't doing a whole lot in pre-market this morning, but gave an alert this morning in pre-market for a nice little win from the twos. But this thing out of the bell today, again, same story. Come out of the bell, halt up, massive rejection to the downside, which probably a big enough red flag in itself, but in hindsight, I really liked the setup. And so I see this thing break out back above moving averages. I take the pullback here for the curl back up into those highs. And, well, again, you can sort of see what happened here. Again, I took a little loss on this. We saw a rejection, hesitate, I'm out with a loss. Because whenever it first started to pull back, this candle started to get bought back up and it was retesting this high and then it collapsed from there. So just no follow through. This thing was very choppy all morning. Look at this back here. All through here just super choppy. Really hard to get any good reads on this towards the open. So not great. And then lastly, the ZOOZ. Take a look at this. This thing was gorgeous, dude. It was gorgeous. Look at this. Beautiful flag formed up into today. I take the break out of the flag from last night's watch list, and, well, you can see what happened there. I took the break at the flag. This thing looked tremendous. Look at the daily time frame here. Just so much range. I'll show you the weekly, actually. It might be a bit easier for you to see. So much range on the break of that 330, dude. It looks so good. And it's just one of those things where it just wasn't working today. So after a really big start of the week, a little bit of chop today. We had a really good setup here. I loved it. I was really wanting to get aggressive here for that move up into what looked like a parabolic move. We had some nice volume on the breakout as well, but just couldn't get it to work. So always room to improve for sure, but today was the first sort of choppy day of the week. I hope that we have better price action going into the rest of the week, or I guess just tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. But it's been an amazing week. Monday through Wednesday was definitely fantastic. Super happy with it. All that we can do is look to improve by at least 1% every single day. And all in all, I really am not too upset with the execution today. Obviously, there's always room to go back and say, I could have done this, woulda. We're never going to be perfect, right? We can't sit here and we can strive for perfection, but we're never actually going to be perfect. We're all human. So that's sort of how my day went today. It happens, par for the course. The big thing is, again, what I want to explain to you guys as well, just like I explained to all of my students today as well. The big thing to remember is to take your trading day by day. And I said it here for my students this morning because I saw a lot of people oversizing today. A lot of people ignoring their max loss. And so you have to focus on the big picture. Look at this. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, fantastic days. Today, a little bit choppy. So the biggest thing is starting small whenever you come into the open, because you don't want to come into the open big size and then be like, oh crap, the market's choppy today. Now you're down already almost at max daily loss. So you got to come in, start small. After you get that cushion built up, after we have that momentum, we can start to get aggressive. We can take advantage of a hot market. But if it's not hot and it's going to be choppy, then you're starting with small size. You're never going to actually size up. So you keep your days small, just like I did today. Of course, stick to your daily max loss. That's obviously extremely key. And just accept that every day is not going to be a wild green day. Again, people seem to expect every day to be green, success to be in a straight line. It just doesn't work that way. So that's today's video. A little bit of a slower, choppier day in the market today. Hopefully have a better day tomorrow. I think that we will. We'll go back and look at some stuff from today, see how we can hopefully prevent some of these things from happening, even though they were all really good setups. I had nothing wrong with any of them, but always room to look back and study. So make sure to subscribe for daily content just like this so we can look back and see what I'm doing out there. It's been an amazing week so far. Make sure to go back and rewatch those videos from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday if you want to learn a thing or two. And that being said, as always, make sure to claim your 7-day free trial to watch me trade these stocks every single day in real time and get alerts, education, chat room access, watch list, and so much more. And that being said, I will see y'all there.